supremacy racism. No black man has solved the issue of the white man in any way and in any country. So to make it now an issue of South African blacks, when no black person in the world has solved the issue of the white man, is a non-starter.
But what I'm saying is the total.
No, actually, Nalwen. There's group I'm busy relegating into the people I don't talk to them anymore
about the issues of Pan-Africanism.
Yeah, and this thing, because the moment you excuse criminality, the moment you based on skin color, now we're not in the same frequency. And my motto is always simple. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The second principle, I debate my equals. The rest I teach. Now we're not on the same view of reality. Your definition of Pan-Africanism, it means it's okay when is a black person out asing. So from you take that position, I have a problem.
But you know with the whatever that's happening now, and that's supposed to happen on the 30th. I don't have a problem with taking out illegal immigrants in South Africa. But the problem is when the picture is painted that only the targets are black people.
Yeah, that is that picture. It is painted by a cripple. That is a problem of a cripple artist, the one who painted that picture. And so the problem is not that. The problem is not that. The criminals happens to be in the majority of this black skin color.
Yes, I agree.
You understand?
Yes.
That is a cause for concern. We will deal with the white men later.
Oh, white men are not criminals.
I never said so.
Okay.
Nobody said so either.
Yeah.
No. Killing, and you're having conversation with yourself and you are trying to make it as if it's a conversation with South Africa. South Africa is not saying that. The middle class is saying that. The intellectuals are saying that. Because you see, you're comparing apples with bananas in order to justify turning South Africa into a banana republic. You understand? This is where the problem is. You want it to be a banana republic. And then you bring apples there to the table, which is not an issue. The issue is not about whether you are not. Every country in Africa enforce immigration. Is it because they hate their fellow Africans?
No, they don't.
They don't. And every country, it deals with this issue from state level. We don't have a state here. We have a collapsed state. That's why citizens are taking things into their hands. If the government, they have corruption of unprecedented level. Why don't you SIU unit for like a home affairs? It's a serious rot. Now, once a state has reached that, we're going to have a state collapse. State service collapses. Say exists for the tender. About 600 million. What's going to happen at 600 million? More ANC comrades are going to be reached. That's what's going to happen. Nobody's going to be deported completely. It's not humanly possible.
What's the 600 million for?
600 million is allocated for the 30th of June.
For what? For police and soldiers?
For policing and soldiers. Nobody even give a clear picture. A media briefing. Go with the assistant commissioner. I listened to the acting minister. Nobody give a comprehensive utilization of that 600 million. For what? Because that day is not a shutdown. I watched the organizers of that. I watched it from the day Pagalum Taga to make the dark when he come up with that date. That was a deadline or that date yes so. But more illegally. Legal or illegally? Or illegally. But when more illegally. No. But lukisitse taba tsa bona re ba tsamaya mara asanga go afua or go to dirwang except the clever blacks are coming with all type of imagination but le bo Santako but for the taxi basically now the state is going to prove that it hates South Africans how much. Now I have a problem. Now I'm a patriot. Now I'm a former freedom fighter. I don't idealize Pan-Africanism. When it was necessary to go and pick up a gun and fight for South Africa, I did my part. That is why I don't want to get myself into this leisure talk. The privileged. The problem with immigration is like discussing immigration with the privileged people. It's why I discuss a woman who slept with so many men, trying to convince you why should you pay lobola for her. That is that way debate is reached now. Here we're not having the same conversation. We are talking to people's fears, not realities of the people. South Africa didn't wake up and become Afrophobic, as you want to call them. We welcomed everybody with two hands until they say you are lazy, you are stupid. I don't expect you to know that because socially, you are not in the same level with these people who are told this stuff. Yabo. Ke show load bona go Facebook where they jump at that part where you have whole pages for South African every day. You show the time when the whole Africa is supporting Mexico.
No,
We were looking in the opposite direction.
No,
it's okay for anybody to can do anything to South Africa, but it's not okay for South Africans to.
No, I've seen that, but I know what is the cause of it.
It's not only that; it comes from far. What was the cause of saying South Africans are lazy?
Who said that? It's the white people.
It's not. It's not. Naki local village in Malawi. I've said it to every interview. Maybe I should say it in your interview. In 2017, I was doing my Rasta work in Malawi while I was still organizing the anti-xenophobia march. Before I became a born-again South African, when I was still an African, confused with ideas that doesn't work anywhere else except here. We wanna use them here. Borderless South Africa, where every country there's borders, but here there must not be a border. When I used to subscribe to that until I returned back home. But this thing is not realistic. Emotions of it aside, or no actual gaslighting South Africans. They say they hate white people, so they hate black people. So what? But we have pre-colonial wars. Before the resources, land, grazing space, cattle. Most of them Mushosho got his name from stealing cattle. Skukulu got his name from stealing cattle. We have a thing called pre-colonial wars. Asangara Ratana. And this thing, I don't know, they divided Africa with borders. They presuppose that Africa was once united. There's no such history. We were never united. So I want to divide into a single uniter. And I want to zonda but 12 in the absence of all of these challenges, South Africans, we did that in the past. So
just like already these people who are killing.
This is history, and it's not even got nothing to do with black people. The Europeans, before they discovered other people to kill, they were killing one another a lot. You must watch Vikings, you must watch Spartacus, you must read the history of Europe. They kill one another big time until they discover other people to kill outside of themselves. And one of the biggest bloodshed, it was a war among themselves. First World War, Second World War. Unprecedented scale. So this year try to make it like South Africans are an oddity. No, these people are for killing one another. Boko Haram is killing and kidnapping children in Nigeria. It's a human nature. It's not a South African thing. It's a human nature. Violence is human.
It's human nature.
Yeah, it's a human nature. We've been violent from the beginning of time. Unfortunately, it originated also in heaven.
In heaven.
Yeah, they said there was a war in heaven. Michael and Gabriel and the angels of God had to fight to kick the devil out. So war is a human nature over resources. Is that what it is? Now, if you want to have a proper look of what is going on, it's a battle of resources. You are using ideas to blackmail South Africans. Can't you know among themselves? Nah. Among themselves. What's China? So China excuse. China Vietnam, Korea War. Now you have North Vietnam, South Vietnam. It's a human thing. It's not South African thing. Try to paint South Africans as these bad Africans. Africans are killing one another as we speak in different countries. Congo, 23 rebel groups. Why Congo is not tempted that it is Afrophobic? Because those 23 rebel groups are killing Congolese. Are not killing white people. 23 rebels groups are killing one another. And why are they not called Afrophobic? Because that is Afrophobia. Afrophobia is when the educated of this country talk about big terminologies. But it's a big terminology where people on the ground don't know about it. They hate fellow Africans. I want to be about to the vigilante. Most of these people who call them vigilante, they don't even know what does it mean, because it's not how they define themselves. They don't wake up in the morning and say we're going to be vigilantes. No, they say we're marching. It's enough. Everybody does that. Here they do it. In the past they may do it. Yeah, no. This is invasion. That's migration. People then they start to fight. It's a human nature. So if you're not going to look at it from a human nature, you're going to politicize it, you're going to disparage South Africans, you want to Pan-Africanize it. This is a Pan-Africanism that deserves no respect from Pan-Africanists like ourselves, because Pan-Africanism does not condone criminality. You know, this one is a human nature. We're still going to fight over something after 100 years. There'll be something that we fight over if there is an imbalance.
So
for nature to restore balance.
What's your view on European Union, the concept of United States of America, and so forth?
It is self-preservation of white people. United States of America is the first white ideological state with the hard principles like what Donald Trump came in. Make America great again.
Go back to slavery.
Exactly, because the time America was great was during slavery. The time America was great was when it is a superpower bullying the whole world. And now the Iran war exposed it big time that no, this is not a superpower that it claimed to be. You know, so those are white states. You know, even one soldier of America is not allowed to be left behind. They'll send all force, even their efforts, to go and carry the corpse of one person. It is a white pride. How much pride you have in yourself. Now, it's something that we don't have. Maybe what Traore, they're trying to do it with their small countries like Burkina Faso. But we don't have that, we as Africans. Because we're the only continent where the presidents of these continents, France alone killed about 23 African presidents with no consequences. And we never killed one white president. And do you think if we assassinate the president of America, it won't cause a war?
Because the Fifth World War.
It will cause the Fifth World War, and our mind is programmed that way. You don't even think about it.
Of touching him.
Yeah, because he's untouchable. You understand? You don't even think about that. So we are conditioned in a particular way that is very self-destructive. Because we think like how we want to measure it with Makhoa. The same people who say, why don't you? No, they're not telling us about Makhoa as go there. They're telling us as Makhoa, you can't. And should you, they'll be the same one who tell you can't. I was an army of that group. Apla said one settler, one bullet. Before there was